Hello everyone, thanks for watching and subscribing to Eat Color with Claudia. Today is a special day because I'm finally making Gabriela's casserole, which is really rigatoni with white sauce and cheese. We call it Gabriela's casserole because 20 years ago when I started to make this, my youngest daughter Gabriela was just a toddler and she couldn't pronounce bechamel. She couldn't pronounce white sauce. And she asked for this dish all the time, so we thought we're just calling it Gabriela's casserole. And what's so great is that this is Gabriela's birthday weekend and she's home and she's gonna taste it for us. Use a heavy bottom saucepan. The heat distributes well and it keeps the sauce from sticking or burning to the bottom. We're gonna make a roux, which is really just a fancy name for mixing butter and flour to make a paste. So we start with 6 tablespoons unsalted butter and let it melt over medium heat. The butter is bubbling, and now we're going to add 6 tablespoons of flour. With a whisk, stir it quickly. It's important to stir this quickly so that we don't have any lumps form. I like to add a little bit of white pepper in here now. I mean, you can use black pepper, but I like red pepper because this is going to be a white sauce. We're just going to let this stir up here for about a minute or 2 because we don't want the flour to taste like cardboard. We want the butter to infuse into the flour. It's time to add milk, 4 cups, and I find that warming the milk first works best in the sauce. And now I'm going to start adding my milk just a little bit at a time, and I'm going to whisk quickly as I do this. It's the thickening. And so every time it thickens like this, I just add a little bit more milk. I still have about 1.5 cups of milk left. And in the meantime, I've got a pot of water getting ready to boil because we got to put our pasta in. I'm going to put the last of the milk in, and then I'm going to switch to a wooden spoon. Now keep your eye on your sauce. You want to keep stirring it until it gets really nice and creamy and thick. In the meantime, you can get your cheese grated, Fontina cheese. We need 2 cups, and just keep watching. You don't want your sauce to burn or stick in the bottom of your pan. Okay, let's get the pasta in. I've got about maybe 2 teaspoons of some coarse salt, a pound of rigatoni. And now don't follow the backwards directions. We only want to cook this for 5 minutes because it's going to go in the oven as a bake. It's been in here for 5 minutes. I'm just going to taste it. Just a little too crunchy. 1 more minute. The sauce is so beautiful. So let's add some nutmeg. Now just grate the nutmeg into the sauce to your taste. A little bit goes a long way. Add a little bit of salt. Now we're going to add the partially cooked rigatoni into the sauce, 1 cup of your Fontina cheese, and mix. Oh, look at this, creamy, smooth, cheesy, delicious. No wonder my girls love this so much. Now pour your pasta and cheese sauce right into your greased 9 by 13 inch casserole pan. Now I'm sprinkling the last remaining 1 cup of Fontina on top of the casserole. Now 1 to 2 tablespoons of cold butter. I'm just going to take a little bit off with your knife and just drop little diced pieces. This is ready to go in the oven on 425 for about 20 minutes until you'll see it's going to be all nice and bubbly and golden brown on the top. Fresh out of the oven. As with most casseroles, let it rest for about 10 minutes before digging in. This casserole is so great. It's got the crispy noodles on the top and smooth, cheesy, creamy noodles on the inside. And here she is, the birthday girl, Gabriela, who's made this dish famous in our household. Gabriela, so you want to take a bite? Why do you love this dish so much?
It's like glorified mac and cheese.
Oh, there you go, straight from the birthday girl's mouth. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week.